Hey Nancy, Big Chris.
This is how we do it.
This is Not My Party. Brought to you by the Bulwark. A big theme of this show has been trashing politicians who don't have the courage to stand up to the mob or the Orange Menace, even when they're witnessing something totally wrong.
You know better.
So every now and then, it's good to call it the politicians doing it right. Today, I want to give props for epic Not My Party approved performances from two politicians I haven't historically loved. Nancy Pelosi, who seems to have come into her own in her later years, or maybe I've just come around to appreciating it.
Both things can be true.
And Chris Christie, who I deeply resent for being the first establishment politician to sidle up to Trump in 2016.
Never forget.
First, Pelosi.
I'm gonna punch him out and I'm gonna go to jail and I'm gonna be happy.
She was speaking at Democratic Congressman Don Byer's Women's Conference when she was interrupted by protesters calling for a ceasefire in Israel. Let's watch this epic performance play by play. First, you have Byer trying to bail out Pelosi and protect her from the questions.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second because this is not a town hall meeting.
But as it turns out, Nancy don't need no human shield. She goes right back at the protesters and hits them with gut punch after gut punch. She starts by reminding them that she's living with pro-Palestinian activists shouting outside her home, despite the fact that her husband Paul had recently been attacked there.
And I hear it morning, noon, and night outside my home.
Then she addresses the problem with these ceasefire demands.
Will you support a ceasefire in Gaza?
The ceasefire is a gift to Hamas.
She correctly points out how Biden is having to navigate a fragile hostage situation.
We have to have a humanitarian pause where we can get the hostages out. We have to get that, and that is the policy of our President of the United States.
Then she mocks Hamas as beta bitches for committing terrorism and then hiding in tunnels underneath hospitals.
And be a man, okay? I don't think that's such a big deal, though they want, but they don't. They go after children, 200 kids at a rate.
Bam.
Any questions?
Then we have Chris Christie at the Freedom Summit, a candidate cattle call put on by the Republican Party of Florida. He was speaking before DeSantis, Ramaswamy, and Trump, so it was a pretty MAGA audience.
Oh, tough crowd.
As he gets on stage, he can barely get a word in over all the boos and jeers.
What a shock, you're for Trump. I'm gonna fall over dead.
Then he rips off this tirade.
Your anger against the truth is reprehensible.
Yes, that is a slam dunk of a line, and what we've been waiting for from Republicans.
I want more.
And here's where he scores again.
The problem is you fear the truth. You want to shout down any voice that says anything different than what you want to hear.
You're just a bunch of jerks.
Right there, Christie is keying in on a fundamental problem that we're seeing across the political divide. People do not want to hear information that runs counter to their worldview, so they tune it out and instead turn to cozy fake news platforms like Fox or Newsmax or TikTok.
Only the best.
The only thing Christie missed in that rant is that this isn't entirely the voters' fault. It's the responsibility of politicians and the media and other community leaders to speak these truths. Because if Republicans who knew better were speaking in unison and telling Trump voters these uncomfortable truths together, it would be much easier to be heard above the cacophony of boos and outrage.
Why is no one listening to me?
You are a poopy head.
See you next time for more Not My Party. For more episodes of Not My Party, smash that subscribe button. And scan right here to subscribe on Snapchat, where you can get the episodes first and all the Not My Party content you desire.